The way you actually become productive is not by listening to what people say in motivational videos, but it's actually the opposite. From such a young age, we are told that we have to put our phone on do not disturb or download this new AI or app that's going to block our access to websites or apps. So we would actually focus on what we have to focus. And don't get me wrong, these are great tools, but they're never going to help you achieve your goals because they never helped me. So in this video, I'm going to lay out the exact strategy that you can literally implement today and become more productive to achieve your goals, whether that's your financial goals, whether that's your network that you want to grow, whether that's your relationship, your health, whatever that is. This framework will work for all of these things, and it would be great and perfect for you if you are a busy business owner, if you are a busy high performer or professional, and you have the potential, but you haven't achieved the exact goals that you want to hit. And one day we're all going to be at our deathbeds wishing that we could do this thing or that thing, or we could scale that business or get in better shape. But at the end of the day, only and only things that you have done would matter at that time. My business only and only tripled in the consulting industry, which is what I do, after I removed my limiting beliefs. And that is exactly what I want you to get in this video. I want you to remove your limiting beliefs, because if you really think about it, everything is a belief. The fact that you think that you can become a better person, that is a belief. The fact that a businessman thinks that he can sell his products at the price level and he values his product at the price level that he wants to sell it at, that is a belief. The fact that you think that you have a value, that you can share it with some high level people and grow your relationships, that is a belief. And everything starts with a belief. Now, there are beliefs and constraints in your mind that are going to limit your ability to go beyond a certain level. And whatever your identity is, anytime you hit a plateau, you're going to get back to your identity. You're not going to go further, right? It's like you have been stuck to your identity. If you don't change those beliefs, if you don't change your identity, you're never going to be able to become a new person. And honestly, anytime we hear about changes, we think about motivational videos. We think about that video that can get us rolling right now, but that has never been the ultimate solution, because you don't have a plan at the end of the day. Even if you have all of the motivation, even if you have all of the drive, you don't have the plan to actually get the goal that you want to get. Now, you might think that you have the financial goal, you might have the business goal, but the thing that is actually limiting you as a person, honestly, it's inside you. It's what's happening in your brain. And I know you're shouting through the screen, well, these are great, how would I change it? And that actually comes down to breaking those limiting beliefs, right? Imagine we have two people. We have person A and we have person B. Person A is a person who breaks all of his limiting beliefs. He go after all of his fears. He starts putting content on social media. He's not as scared of people judging him. And we have person B. Person B stays in his comfort zone and he doesn't break any limiting beliefs. Now, who do you think is going to have more ability to break more constraints, to go beyond a certain level? Person A, because he knows that all of these limiting beliefs, they are not real. They are the creation of his mind. And this is the next thing that I want you to understand. When I say limiting beliefs, this means a constraint that has been made up by your brain. It is nothing real that you can point at it. I mean, just honestly, point at your constraints. You can. They're not tangible, right? And anytime you decide to remove them, they're just gone like this. When you know that you're bad at content, when you go after content, your relationship is going to get better because you get the confidence, you get the value, you get the belief that yes, these are not real. And if this means being selfish to you, I mean, if you have to say no to your friends or just go and disappear for like 1 or 2 years and only do your work, so be it. So be selfish. I was so focused on my constraint that I couldn't see anything else. Anything didn't even came to my mind rather than one thing that I had to focus on it. I was really focused on my constraint that I didn't see anything else. Anything else just faded out on my vision. I was really deeply focused on that limiting belief that was limiting my business. That was the thing that stopped me from growing. And when I removed it, I got the exact results that I wanted. And I want you to put that yourself in your successful situation. I mean, if you never put content, you're never gonna have a billionaire booked in your calendar. At least that's what happened to me. So put yourself there for a second, not to give yourself a good feeling, but to actually know what you have to do. This is the origin story of how would the billionaire version of me act. It's not to give you a good feeling or a dopamine hit, it's to actually know what you have to do to get into that version. And I want you to think about these things really deeply, that you are only as strong as your weakest constraint. And I'm gonna repeat that: you're only as strong as your constraints. And if you really honestly want to add your name to the world's heroes, you want to go from 200 to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, you want to scale your business to 100K, you want to have that billionaire in your network, you have to look at the people around you. Look how their limiting beliefs are holding them back from achieving their goals. They are your competition. Realize that right now. And after you realize that, you understand that if you're just focusing on one of your constraints, you're already ahead of 90% of people that are doing the same thing. They run the same business, they post the same content, they want to have the same network, they are on the same path. But at the end of the day, they're just going to get back to their old limiting beliefs. I mean, it's like 11:15 right now, and I'm recording this video not knowing will it even perform well, because I only have a small social media channel. But I believe that this video is going to be shown to the right person, and therefore I'm going to speak better on camera. I'm going to promote the video more and find ways here and there to make this video perform better. And when I know that I'm giving away value that's going to help someone, that internally dictates how I act, because your subconscious literally dictates your extreme reality. In simple words, what you think about is gonna dictate how you're gonna act during the day. Days shape weeks, weeks shape months. So the first level is to actually know what is holding you back. You have to change, and the reality will start changing just like you. If you don't move 10 inches, honestly, life isn't even gonna move an inch. So if you're bad at getting views, good, become a content creator. If your employees don't listen to you, good, become a better leader. If you hit a plateau and your girlfriend left you, great, become a better provider, become a better husband. That is exactly what you have to do. We always like to blame things that we don't have any authority over, so we can actually tell that we didn't have any control over it, it just happened. Like, the market is bad, the business is doing bad, or the government, they just not doing their job, or the economy is going down. But we don't realize that it all comes down back to us. It all comes back down to our systems. And here's the last system and the last thought I want to leave you with today. It's called the Cosmos strategy, and I invented this 2 years ago, and it really helped me. And this is the system that I was talking about from the beginning of this video. So if anytime you want to take note, this is the time. So I ask 3 questions from myself at the end of the day, and I write the answers down, and any day I feed them to Claude and tell Claude to actually analyze what has changed. The first thing is, what did I do that got me closer to my goal? The second thing is, how this thing actually helped me get closer to my goal? And the third thing is, how long did it take, and how could I do it in half of the time that I've done it? And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace. Business only and only my business only and only tripled because my business only and only this is the origin story of how would the billionaire version of me act. It's not to give you a good feeling that you can be a billion